Hello everyone, the topic is cantilever fixed partial dentures. Now over here, this is a type of fixed partial dentures. Now this one, it is a conventional one, and this one, it is a cantilever fixed partial denture. So what exactly is cantilever? Cantilever is nothing but it is a rigid element that extends horizontally. So over here, for example, this is a rod. So it is extending horizontally and it is supported only on one end. So this becomes a cantilever. Cantilever is nothing but the rod which is supported only at one end, and the other end it is a free end. So now in the ideal one or in the conventional one, you'll see that this one is the pontic and these are the retainers which goes on your abutment. So in this you'll see in the conventional, your pontic, it is supported on either side of it. So because of that, the forces on the pontic, so when your masticatory forces, they are applied on the pontic, they are evenly distributed to both of the abutments. So this is the conventional one. Now in this is the cantilever. Now over here you can see these are your abutments on either side, but in cantilever, the fixed prosthesis, it is supported only on one side. So what you will see in this one is, in this cantilever, the forces they are applied to the pontic, it tends to depress and tip the pontic. Why? Because it is only supported on one side. So this is like when the forces are applied, so your pontic, it may like tip or it may get depressed. So this cantilever, it is a type of potentially destructive design with a lever arm which is created by the pontic. So this is the cantilever one. Now the definition of this cantilever, it says that it is a fixed dental prosthesis in which the pontic, it is cantilevered. Cantilever is, as I said, it is supported only on one side. That is, it is retained and supported only on one end by one or more abutments. And this definition, it is given by Glossary of Prosthodontic Terms 8. Now over here, as the definition it says, so this is your pontic. So this pontic, it is cantilever. That is, it is supported only on one side. Now it can be the abutments on this side, it can be 1, 2 or 3. But you have to remember that the support is only from the one side. It is not from the other side. So that is the cantilever one. Now in this, what are the criteria? Now you are using only abutments on one side. So what are the criteria that should be fulfilled by the abutment? So first one is, the roots of this abutment, they should have proper length. Now the main support you get from the abutment is from the roots. So for that, there should be lengthy roots with favorable configuration. The next one is, it should have a long clinical crown. So over here, this is the clinical crown, the crown length which you can see clinically. So in that case, you should have long clinical crown. So about this, we have already seen in the selection of abutments. So we have seen that it should not be more than 4 mm. Why? Because if the clinical crown length, it is more than 4 mm, then you need a extra abutment support. The next is, it should have good crown root ratio. Now again, in the video of that abutment selection, we have seen that the ideal crown root ratio is 2:3, but the least acceptable one is 1:1. So you can use this crown root ratio also. The next one is the periodontium. It should be healthy, because if the periodontium, so if you have severe periodontitis, so in that case you cannot use obviously abutments on one side, support from that abutment. And the next is, it should be used to replace only one tooth. So when you have to replace only one tooth, in that case only you can use this cantilever fixed partial denture. Now what are the indications of this cantilever fixed partial denture? So the first one is missing maxillary lateral incisor, and in that you're using the canine for the support. So if your lateral incisor is missing, so in that case what you do is you take the support from the canine and then you make a fixed partial dentures. Now why? Because canine, they have a longer root. So you can take support for this lateral incisor, and even the size of the lateral incisor, it is less than this canine, and because of that you can take support when the maxillary lateral incisor is missing. So you can take a cantilever type of support. Now in this, there should be no occlusal contact on this lateral incisor. So when you're building up this pontic, so you have to see that there is no occlusal forces which are acting on this lateral incisor, and a distal rest, it is prepared on the central incisor to prevent the rotation. Now there are chances, now this is a cantilever, so you are getting support only from one side. So there are chances that your pontic, it can get rotated. So to prevent that, what you do is you create that distal rest on the central incisor. The next indication is when the first premolar is missing, and in that case what you do is you use second premolar and first molar as a abutment. Now this is the case in which so this is your canine, this is the first premolar, second premolar and first molar. So in this, your first premolar is missing. So when you fabricate a denture, and if you take only the support from second premolar when your first premolar is missing, so it won't be stable, and because of that you also take the support from first molar, but you have to see that it is cantilevered, so you are taking support only from one side. Now the abutment, it can be 1 or 2 or 3, but it is only from the one side. Now the next indication is in the cases where there is periodontally compromised teeth, as they have extremely long clinical crown. There is recession, so the clinical crown, it increases, and even in the requirements we have seen that the clinical crown, it should be good, but also we have seen that periodontium should be healthy. So in this case, it should be like the compromised teeth, periodontally compromised teeth, it should be like a very mild case. It should not be like it's a severe periodontitis and you can use this like as an abutment. So there can be recession, because in recession the crown length, it increases. So this is the next indication. Now the fourth indication is where there is missing first molar, and in that case there is no distal abutment. So if you see that your first molar is missing, and even your second molar is missing, and third molar is also missing, so in that case, now you see this is a distal extension case. So what you can do is you can take support from the first and the second premolar. Now your first molar, it is obviously stronger and larger than your premolar, so because of that, what you do is you take the support from your both of the premolars, that is your second and first premolar. But in this also you have to see that the pontic, it should be of the similar size of the premolar. Now over here you can see we have, whenever we are like fabricating a pontic in such case where your first, second and third premolar is absent, and you have to just fabricate first molar and you're taking support from first and second premolar, so the size of this pontic, it should be similar to your premolars, because there are no teeth which are going to be present like after this first molar. And even your premolars, they cannot support if you like make or fabricate a denture with that molar like dimensions. So because of that, what you do is you make the pontic as of your premolars. The next one is only light occlusal contact, it should be present on this pontic, and the pontic, that should possess maximum occlusal gingival height. So your height of this pontic, it should be maximum. So these are the three things that you have to remember when the first molar is absent and you're taking the support from the first and second premolar. And the last indication is peer abutment situation. So what is peer abutment situations? So this is when your abutment is present and you will see that there are edentulous spaces which is present on the either side of this abutment. So this becomes your peer abutment. Now this is the edentulous space which is present, and this is the edentulous space which is present. So this becomes your peer abutment. So now when you fabricate a denture, now you can see over here, if you don't consider this part, so you'll see that now over here, this pontic is supported only from one side and it is not getting supported from this side. So this becomes your cantilevered pontic. So this becomes the next indication of the cantilevered fixed partial denture. That is, it can be used in the peer abutment situations. So this was all about the cantilever fixed partial dentures. Thank you so much.